Hey guys, it's Can, and thanks for joining me again. So we're going to continue with our RPG Maker tutorial, our how to make your first video game tutorial using this RPG Maker engine. So with the first two videos, if you've been keeping up and watching those, we've gone over the basics of this engine, and we've learned a lot about how to set up the foundations, the fundamentals that we need to have a firm understanding of in order to continue. Now, my idea for this tutorial was to apply those fundamentals and create our very first town map. So we'll incorporate what we've learned, and we'll learn some new things along the way. Alright, so let's get started. We have our first map here from the previous tutorials. I'm going to go ahead and create a new map. If I want A to be a parent map, I would right click on A and create a new map. However, I want our new map to be its own sort of parent map, so I'm going to go ahead and name this map Town Map. I'm going to change the dimensions to 40 and change the y-axis to 30 tiles. And we're going to change the tile set here to town, hit OK, and all I did was I right clicked on RPG Maker tutorial or the folder name here and hit new map. So that's how I got my very own parent town map rather than a child map. So now you can see we have a blank slate here. If I zoom out by clicking 1.5 view ratio, you'll see we have 40 tiles across horizontally and 30 tiles vertically, and that is what we set our dimensions to. So town is what we set our chipset to, and once again, this is the chipset graphic selection area right here. Right now we are in the event layer. If I hit the lower layer here, we'll get the foundations for this resource. And by that, once again, I mean the walls, the grass, tiles, things of that nature, and upper layers going to include some of the more detailed bits of your graphics, usually things that the character will go under. Okay, so we're going to create our very own town, our first one. What I'm going to do is hit or left click on this grass tile here, select the flood, fill, or paintbrush looking icon, and then just click. Alright, and what we want to do is kind of edit the terrain first before we add any of our buildings, trees, some of the more detailed elements. So an important thing to note when you're creating a town, you want to have a good firm understanding of how you want it to be set up, sort of where the entrance and exit points are. So what I'm going to do is select this dirt tile here, and with our elliptical pattern icon pressed down, I'm going to start creating dirt paths. So I want the town entrance to be somewhere on the bottom. You can do whatever you want, but it's common place to see town entrances on the bottom. And I'm going to start building my dirt path leading into the town. And the exit might be somewhere on the top right, so somewhere like that. Okay, let's start making this dirt path a bit more interesting now. So it's going to branch out to indicate varying paths leading to different shopping locations, or regular houses, whatever you want. I'm sort of just playing it by ear right now. I don't really have anything in mind, which is usually not a good idea, but This is just to give you an idea of what you might do. If you were to make your own town map, it's a good idea to get a pen or pencil and paper out and kind of sketch the layout of your map so you have an idea what you want, and then build upon that sketch within the engine. And I don't want to make these dirt paths too wide. Dirt indicates that either it's man-made or it's naturally occurring due to traversal by, say, NPCs or livestock or whatever. So unless your NPCs are going all over your map because houses are randomly assigned in different locations here, it wouldn't make sense to add dirt paths all over like that. So trying to go for a consistent natural look here. Okay, and we're gonna have to connect our dirt path to the town exit. Like so. Looks pretty good. And probably just leave it like that. Okay. Next thing I want to do is add some more shading, some more detail to the grass tiles itself. So if I select this dark green grass tile here, I can use my elliptical tool again and kind of just add different patches of grass to kind of mix things up, give it a more interesting look and feel. And I might add like a lake around here, or maybe around here too. It's always interesting, and it makes sense because usually villages are built around sources of water. So let's do that now. I'm gonna hit this water tile here and kind of, using the elliptical tool again, build some sort of lake-like terrain over here too. And again, you can do whatever you want. This is just to kind of give you an idea of how to incorporate the fundamentals that we covered in the first two tutorials. So we're using what we applied, we're applying what we learned, excuse me. Things the likes of creating a new map and using the chipset here on the left, the various tools to edit your map window, things of that nature. And then we'll go into events, and right now we're only working with the lower layer. We'll also work with upper layer and then event layer. But let's finish making this lake for now, these bodies of water. Okay, I don't like it like that. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Let's see, what else? Say this is a farming town or something of that nature. We can use this tile right here and kind of drag out. Let me zoom in here. Drag out some strips to indicate where the crops will be placed. And what I did there was I hit shift and then I left click down, and this kind of replaces the auto tile function of RPG Maker and basically puts in what you see here on the left hand side without blending it in. So I'll just press Ctrl Z, and okay, I'll have to go over it again, and we might want, I don't think that would make much sense. Usually you'd see whirlpools further away and usually in the ocean or something like that, not in a lake. Let's see, what else can we do here? Doesn't look like we can add cliffs, but we can add some walls surrounding this town. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm gonna this looks pretty good. So let's see. Okay, add some walls like that, and I'll have to hold shift here because if I don't hold shift, it just kind of looks weird with the dirt patches. So if I hold shift, the dirt patches kind of meld into the grass or into the wall. And let's see, back down like this. I'm holding shift again. And so this is kind of to set the boundary. Okay. And we're gonna fix this a bit. Alright. And obviously you don't have to add these walls, but I kind of, you know, it sort of encapsulates the hero a bit. You can use walls, lakes, which I'm using here, or cliffs are good. Because if you basically have this open map, and you didn't have, say you didn't have the walls here, well, if the hero were to walk, say towards where the walls are right now, to the north, the map would basically end there, and it wouldn't really make much sense because there's nothing blocking the hero, but the hero can't go any further. So I kind of consider it good mapping to have some sort of barrier here, unless you want to make your map bigger or something. But then you would always need some sort of like barrier on the edges. It just looks a lot better and makes a lot more sense. Let's see. And you're free to do whatever you want, but I'm trying to... I have the walls, I need sort of like the roof, so maybe I'll use, you know, this bit of the wooden ceiling as my roof for these walls. Okay, and let's see, just that edge there. Okay, it's the left edge here. Let me just do that. Nah, that doesn't look good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see what else can we do. We have farms here, farm patches here, we have walls here, dirt patches, different shades of grass. So I mean, it's looking pretty good so far. We have a lake. There's also this tile you can use here to kind of add some more depth, more kind of shady or water a bit. It all depends on the chipset or the graphics resource that you're using. This is the default again. This is the RTP, what comes with RPG Maker 2003, what comes with the engine. And I'm just kind of adding different shades to the water right now, making it look more interesting than it would otherwise. Okay. So that's pretty good. Let's see. If this is going to be the entrance here, usually what you would want to do, and obviously you can do whatever you want, but usually what I do anyways is I have the inn located somewhere around the entrance. So if you're making a RPG game, you would obviously have things like inns and armor shops, you know, castles, things of that nature, but right now this is just a town we're working on. So I'm going to place the inn maybe over here, fairly close to the entrance. And right now I'm using the pencil tool to select various sections of the wall here to build the foundation for my inn. And I'm holding the shift key right now to place it down. Had I not held the shift key, it would have affected the surrounding dirt patches, and that's something I don't want to do. So again, hold shift, press down, hold shift, press down. And let's see. Okay. I'm gonna move things over to the left a bit. So like that. And I can select it, hold shift, like that. Select, hold shift, do that. Okay. So these are the walls for our inn. I think roof. Okay, the roof is over here. So once again, hold shift, drag and drop. Okay, I think I have to use this right here. Okay. Then go to my upper layer, and I think, yeah, this is sort of how you connect it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see. See what it looks like. So sort of just playing with it. And add that there, add this here, like that. So this is the middle part of this building is a tile lower. So just click on this blank slate here. And get rid of these. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe instead of those, I'll just use this bit here and use this bit here. Okay. Get rid of these. I can't decide. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to cut the video right here and finish the rest of the buildings, and then we'll continue.